Greetings students, today we will study about your first poem. The poem name is Dust of Snow, written by Robert Frost. Robert Frost was an American writer. He was very famous poet also. He got many prizes in the field of literature. He wrote this poem in 1923 and published in this book. The name of the book is New Hampshire Book. He got 4 Pulitzer Prize in the field of literature. The Pulitzer Prize is the prize which is given in the famous literary work. For the famous literary work. Now let's start the poem. This is a very small poem, and the meaning behind this poem is very vast and very broad meaning. You can understand it after reading the poem. The poem is, the way a crow struck down on me, the dust of snow from the hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had ruled. It means as the poet standing beneath the tree or under the hemlock tree. Hemlock tree means a poisonous tree. Poisonous tree with white flower. The way as the poet stands under the tree, then the crow struck down the hemlock tree, or shake the hemlock tree. Then the small particles, dust of snow means small particles of snow, both fell down on poet's head. Those small particles which is on the hemlock tree, those small particles of snow fell down on poet's head. As he has given my heart a change of mood, and those small particles of snow, it is very cold, and those small particles change the poet's mood. Maybe the poet's mood very sad, and he is very disappointed for something, and saved some part of a day. Those small particles of snow change the poet's mood. पोएट्स के जो पोएट है उसके मूड को चेंज कर देती हैं जो ये स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स हैं. In this poem, you see the literal meaning. You see in this poem, in the first stanza, there are lots of negative words is used here. We usually know the crow as a bad bird. एक सिंबल बैड सिंबल के उसमें यूज करते हैं इसको कि बैड है. और अब डस्ट मीन small particles of sand. It is also a negative word. But see, some negative things could be change your mind someday or sometimes. Like the crow, when the crow struck down the hemlock tree, then the dust of snow, then the snow change his mind. And dust यहाँ आप देखो स्नो, वैसे तो जो डस्ट होती है, डस्ट एक नेगेटिव सेंस में नेगेटिव मीनिंग होता है और नेगेटिव सेंस में यूज करते हैं, लेकिन स्नो यहाँ पे देखो किसके पार्टिकल, स्नो के पार्टिकल। स्नो यहाँ पे एक पॉजिटिव सिंबल के रूप में यूज हुआ है। इट इज अ पॉजिटिव सिंबल ऑल्सो। लेट्स सी, हैज गिवन बाय आर्चिंग those small particles change the poet's mood. Now this is your poem and it gives the and saves some part of a day I had wrote. अब देखो first stanza we have discussed, the poet was standing under the tree and the small particles of snow soaked down by the crow and fell down on the poet's head. In second stanza, the poet's mood suddenly changed and said his rest sad part of the day. It means जो अभी तक पोएट क्या था, सैड थे, लेकिन अभी इसका मूड चेंज हो गया और उस इंसिडेंट ने क्या किया, उसके मूड को चेंज कर दिया। फर्दर उसका जो डे है वो सेव हो गया। रूट होता है रिपेंट होता है रिपेंट, रूट में रिपेंटेड और रिग्रेटेड मीन्स पछतावा। I had wrote it. The poet thought that his day is very bad, but he experienced those small particles. It is changed the poet's mood. Now he felt very happy and he was saved her rest part of the day. So this is a very small poem as you see. Let's discuss the literary device in it. How many literary devices used in this poem and which type of literary device is used in this poem. As you earlier studied in your 9th class also, you can see the poem start with first line and end with last line. In between these lines there is no any other punctuation mark. You can imagine that which literary device is used in this poem. This is enjambment. What is an enjambment? Enjambment. Which device? An enjambment. Enjambment. Enjambment means when the one or two lines continue with another line, that is called enjambment. जब एक या दो लाइन कंटिन्यू रहती है विदाउट एनी पंक्चुएशन मार्क, when the one line continue with another line without use of any punctuation mark, that is called enjambment. It is the best example, this poem is best example of an enjambment. Okay, let's discuss another device, that is assonance. Assonance. What is the meaning of assonance? Assonance when the vowel sound, vowel word, vowel letter or sound used in the beginning or in the end or in the middle of any word, that is called assonance. That is called assonance. जब कोई भी वोवल वर्ड का यूज या तो वर्ड के स्टार्टिंग में हो या फिर वर्ड के बीच में हो, तो उस वहाँ पे कौन सी डिवाइस यूज होती है? एजोनेंस. कौन सी? एजोनेंस. यू कैन सी इन फर्स्ट स्टैंजा एजोनेंस इज यूज्ड इन सेकंड लाइन. all letter is repeat here, so this is the example of assonance. This is the example of assonance. In second stanza you can see another device which is consonance. What is the meaning of consonance? What is consonance? Consonance when the consonant sound is used in the beginning of the word or the middle of the word or end of the word. That is called consonants. जब किसी consonant sound का consonant sound letter का यूज हम वर्ड के बीच में हुआ हो या फिर वर्ड के एंड में या फिर मिडल में, that in that line which device is used? Consonants. Like you can see in the last line, D letter is prominent in this line, like they had root, D letter is used in this line, so it is the example of consonant. And in the second line, O letter is used, so it is the example of consonant. Okay, let's discuss another device also, that is alliteration. Which device? Alliteration. Alliteration. What is an alliteration? Alliteration is when the same sound is repeated in same consonant sound repeat in two or more words. You can see the alliteration example in the last second line. Say some. S sound is repeated here. S sound is repeating here. So this is the example of alliteration. Now you will easily identify those devices in the poem. Let's revise these devices. Enjambment. First is enjambment. Which device is used in this? Which is used in this poem? When the one line continue with another line without any punctuation mark, that is called an enjambment. This is the example of like the poem start with the first line, and in the end of the lines there is no any punctuation mark is used, and in the last of the poem only full stop is used. So this is the example of an enjambment. Okay, and the second literary device is assonance. See, literary devices is very, very important for your exam point of view. Okay, the second device is assonance. Assonance is when the two words in the two words vowel sound is repeated in the beginning. It could be beginning, or it could be end, or it could be middle of the word. This is the example of assonance. Okay, you can see in line 2. O sound is repeated here, so this is the example of assonance. In next device is consonance. What is consonance? As I told you, when the consonant sound is repeated in the beginning of the word, in the middle of the word, and in the end of the word. This is the example of consonance. In the last line, you can see the example of consonance. D, they, had, you. This is the example of here the D sound is repeated here. So this is the example of D. This is the example of consonance. And next device is alliteration. What is an alliteration? Alliteration, as I told you, when the consonant sounds is repeat in continuous words, like say, some. S sound is repeated here, so this is the example of alliteration. Okay, let's summarize the poem. In this poem, the poet wants to say that the poet felt very regret, or maybe he was very sad at the time he was standing beneath or under the tree. Or which tree? The hemlock tree. The hemlock tree, poisonous tree with white flowers. उस पे white कलर के flowers होते हैं, poisonous, जिसको आप धतूरा भी बोलते हैं, वो hemlock tree उसको बोलते हैं, ठीक है? तो the poet stands under the hemlock tree. At the same time, the crow struck down the hemlock tree, or his wings. Then the small particles of dust fell down on the poet's head. Suddenly the poet's mood changed sad into happy mood, as given by her. The poet felt very happy after the snow particles fell on him. Then the small particles saved the rest part of the day of the poet. Okay, so behind the meaning of this poem, you have never seen any negative things in any incident, or a small incident could be change your mood or could be change your rest part of the day. You will feel very happy after that incident. Don't think about bad things. Generally we tell that the crow is bad and dust is bad, but generally those bad things could be change your mood into a happy mood. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. God bless you all.